Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Arena here in London. It's semi-final time in the season 2 finals, I should say, of the PLALC Legend Championships presented by Xbox. Now, first semi-final, Chris, is a big one, isn't it? We have our reigning champ, a huge gorilla, taking on Ty, who's one of the more experienced English representatives in terms of the competitive scene. Spencer, though, has been absolutely smashing it for the last few months on the Ultimate Team scene as well as head-to-head. Who do you think is going to win this? Are we going to see Huge Gorilla go through to the final yet again?
You know, it's hard to think if anyone can stop him in this tournament so far. We've seen him play so well. So I'd keep with my early prediction that Huge Gorilla will go on and win this tournament. I know you think the same. But this is a really interesting game. You see Huge Gorilla, who's been the upcoming star in the UK scene, and Ty Walton, who's been fairly dominant over the last 3 years. So, you know, he's been sitting at the top of the UK for a long time now, kind of with Taz. So it's kind of like the new versus the old in a way.
Definitely, definitely. And I think that one thing that I think will happen if Ty was to get a result in this game would be that it would just open up the possibilities for anyone to win this tournament. Because right now I think the majority of people are looking at Huge Gorilla and saying almost nailed on to win based on form. Not that he's definitely going to do it, but if you had to go with one person, if Ty was to get a result here, not only would he quickly become a favourite, having knocked out the favourite, but also everyone else in the tournament would be like a weight off their shoulders. They're not going to have to face a Huge Gorilla later down the line. They've got an opportunity to actually win the Season 2 final. It would get them a place in the live grand final in August, which is a huge honour to be playing at. Massive prizes up, even bigger prize pools than we have at this event. Don't forget, it's still $5,000 for the winner today, as well as a load of FIFA points, as well as EA Access prizes, as well as legends in the game. But we did talk about this and touch upon this earlier. The big prize from the grand final, apart from more cash and more FIFA points and a crazy amount of FIFA points, is you get every legend in the game. It's more than 50 legends in the game. That's more legends than you need, to be honest, but that's what you get if you win the live season grand final in August. Well, we're still at Season 2 right now. We need to wrap things up here. Semi-final number 1, Huge Gorilla versus Ty. It's going to be a really interesting game. Huge Gorilla scored 10 goals in his quarter-final. I think more than double anyone else in the quarter-final stages. A ridiculous amount of goals. Ty, though, has been the clean sheet king. He's not been conceding. He's got that 5 at the back formation. It's kind of like an immovable object meets an unstoppable force here. I don't know which one's going to budge first. Yeah,
no, something's got to give in this game. And I think Ty Walton is equipped to beat Huge Gorilla here. He plays with that 5 at the back tactic. So it won't be easy for Huge Gorilla to break him down. So you might even see Gorilla for the first time frustrated. We haven't seen that yet. Like we said in the last games, we just haven't seen anyone who has taken the game to Huge Gorilla and make him sweat a little bit.
I think one thing that would be really interesting would be that in that quarter-final we saw Huge Gorilla play earlier, he scored an early goal in both legs. We're talking like the first 2 minutes, right? Straight away puts him on the upper hand, makes him relax, play his own game. Now, if he was to do that against Ty, I think it would be really damaging for Ty because he's got that 5 at the back, which is designed to not leak goals as opposed to score lots of goals. Not that he doesn't score goals, but he's not going to go crazy and maybe score 10 like Spencer does. So if Spencer doesn't get the early goal, it's really important for Ty. If Ty does leak an early one, he might have to change his game plan. Don't forget, guys, we want to hear from you about everything that's happening on the stream today if you're watching. And if you're here in the arena as well, you can get involved. Twitch.tv/GfinityTV. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to win this one. Are you Team Gorilla or are you Team Ty? Let us know in the chat. A lot of you guys are saying, yeah, I mean, Milo HD is saying Gorilla for the win. A lot of people going with this guy. I mean, he scores 10 goals in the quarterfinals. You can understand why. We've got a potential lineup to show you now that we think Gorilla might be going with here based on what he's been starting in the other games in this tournament. So he tends to start with Sturridge up top, Schürrle and Alexis Sanchez on the right, Ramirez, Rooney, Di Maria in the middle, Benan, Holt, Anua, Mangala, Walcott and Courtois. That's generally the team he plays. You can see his record on the right there, outstanding amount of wins. Generally what he does at half-time whistle is he brings on Ronaldo and Messi, 2 amazing substitutes to bring in. And obviously Sturridge gets goals for him as well, there's no doubt about that. 17 years old, Spencer Ealing, absolutely flying in the world of Ultimate Team, particularly in a competitive environment that he's been sort of dabbling in the last few months. But yeah, what do you think of that team, Chris?
No, that's a solid BPL team, but it really is that Ronaldo that he normally brings on at half-time that really makes the impact.
It's almost like Ty's first job is to stop Spencer scoring an early goal. keep it clean sheet for as long as possible. But then it's like a new challenge in the second half when he rings Ronaldo and Messi on. It's like, do it again. Yeah. Keep a clean sheet against these guys now if you've done it against the Sturridge and the Schürrle element. But we'll have to see how he gets on. It's definitely not the most impressive team on paper starting lineup-wise. Most other people that have Ronaldo tend to start him. He goes with Sturridge. I mean, we should look at Ty's team because he is someone that starts Ronaldo. He also starts Messi. These are both people that Spencer brings on at half-time. Ty starts them. We also don't know Ty's age. It's a mystery. How old is he? The only way is to know is to cut him open and count the rings. We've got Messi on the right. We've got Bale on the left. Ronaldo in the middle. So 5 at the back formation. Perez and Khedira. And then we've got Alba and he's got Marcos on the right there. I think he's been using he's been using DeMarcus, hasn't he? And then Mathieu, Ramos, Varane, Neuer in goal. Now that's the thing. If you get through that 5 at the back, you've then got to break down Neuer, which isn't easy. I think he's actually been using Casillas, though, to be fair. He's been using Casillas mostly, and then at half-time he tends to sub him off for De Gea for chemistry reasons. So I don't think we'll see him using Neuer. I think he's changed that up. But the rest of the team is pretty much what he goes with across the board. Ronaldo, Messi and Bale. That's a dangerous front three, right? Yeah,
no, that is a real dangerous front three. And as you can see, that like the rest of the team is quite balanced, really. And yeah, like it's good that sort of he has the chance to start off with Ronaldo, which we don't see many players doing. And it's a fair tactic because you see the impact Ronaldo has in so many of these games.
It's interesting that he really has been the only person we've seen rock the 5 at the back formation. No one else has tried it at any point, and it's clearly working for him. I know that it's something he's been using for a while. It's not something that he's just thrown out there. It's something that he feels he plays his best FIFA with, and obviously we're seeing the evidence of that in his results today and yesterday. But no one else has really been tempted by it. They're playing, and I think we've talked about it a lot, but the key thing for him is the fullbacks. He does get the fullbacks very far forward, uses them really as almost as much as a midfielder, as a defender, and it doesn't really feel like a negative formation. We're kicking off. Here we go. First semi-final of the Gfinity Play Like a Legend Championships Season 2 finals presented by Xbox. And we've got the reigning champion, Huge Gorilla, taking on Ty Walton. It's going to be a really, really interesting game. Can someone finally stop Huge Gorilla in his tracks? Or is he going to pound through? Because he just scores goals for fun. He likes to kick off early as well. He's been held at bay by Ty here. Ty playing in a beautiful claret and blue strip here. Lovely to see.
You know, it's all about getting past that first test, not conceding a goal in the first 10 minutes, really. And that's the first sort of checkpoint to get past for Ty Walton.
So Ty in the claret and blue, Huge Gorilla in the yellow strip. First leg of 2, first semi-final. Whatever happens, these guys will both be taking home some cash for getting this far, but obviously there's a lot more up for grabs if they can go further and get into that final. More prizes as well, more FIFA points, more legends. So much on offer.
And Spencer could actually qualify twice for the final if he goes on to win.
Exactly, yeah. Theoretically, yeah. I don't think that means he gets 2 spots, but yeah, he would have won both seasons, which would be amazing. Nice to see Footwiz in the chat, joining us there. Alba on the left. To Bale. For Ty on this 5 at the back formation. Bale's the front, one of his front men, trying to get the ball into Ronaldo, unable to bring it down. Someone's pointed out in the chat that these are the same colours that were used in the FA Cup final this season, with Arsenal playing in the yellow, and it's not necessarily an Aston Villa kit that Ty's using, but it looks like one. It is an Aston Villa kit actually he's using, isn't it? Because he's a Villa fan. Yeah, so it is literally the FA Cup final strips we're seeing here. Coincidence? Does that mean that the Arsenal strip will win as convincingly as they did in the FA Cup final, almost taking a lead there? Spencer on the left of your screen, Ty on the right of your screen there. If you're not familiar with them, looks like interesting. We're going to see Ty. No, I thought he was going to leave his 5 at the back formation for a second. Then he's just making a few subtle changes, but he's staying with the 5.
So yeah, I think he's switching. So he was playing 5-2-3 with wingers before. Yeah. Now you just see him switching to a 5-2-1-2. Maybe not. I'm not sure. It's quite a surprise for someone. You know, Ty would have been watching Huge Gorilla play all tournaments. So it'd be surprising for Ty to see something he doesn't like in these first 15 minutes. But yeah, obviously maybe thinks he has to play more narrow in this game.
Khedira. DeMarcus, the right wing back for Ty Walton here in the claret and blue. Inside back to Khedira. Khedira goes back to DeMarcus. DeMarcus looking for the knock over to Ronaldo, who's onside. takes it down. Nice bit of trickery, lovely bit of trickery, but Company reads it and is able to deal with it calmly. Mangala switches over to Walker. Here we go, we've got Balassi, Sanchez on the ball for Huge Gorilla. Looks inside for the pass to Balassi. Balassi to Ramirez. Ramirez to Sanchez. Sanchez. Oh, Balassi just couldn't get on the end of it. Balassi really been popular this tournament.
You know, it was a good chance for Spencer there. Nearly getting that break into the box. I think Ty just got his defender in the way at the last minute.
Messi on the ball. Through ball for Ronaldo. Oh, what a touch. Almost squeezed through what looked like an impossible angle. But he was dealt with in the end by Spencer at the back, and now got the ball with Sturridge. He's going to have a throw-in for Huge Gorilla. Chance. Balassi. He's offside. He's offside. The Huge Gorilla not happy about that one. Balassi just finding out the news himself. Still 0-0. That was a false alarm, people. Just a drill. It was just a drill. 25 minutes into this first leg of the first semi-final here at the PLALC Legend Championships. Season 2 live finals here at the fabulous Gfinity Arena in London. Chance, hit! Not a bad strike at all from Ronaldo there. Just couldn't find the target. It could have gone either way. Both teams could have had a goal so far.
You know, Ty changing it up there, going a bit more direct, maybe seeing a gap in
Chance
Spencer's
again!
defense.
Another header from Ronaldo. Ty knocking on the door. King Nets on the Twitch chat has said Ty has survived the early pressure Gorilla usually gives. Yes, he has, King Nets. You're completely right. By this point in the first quarter-final, I think Huge Gorilla had a couple of goals to his name at least. Balassi. Nice. Movement. He's hit it. It's a long strike from Huge Gorilla there.
I know he is using team of the season, Balassi, so maybe he is capable of hitting them from there.
Interesting choice of goal kick there. Dangerous from Ty. He would have been absolutely gutted if that had led to anything for the Huge Gorilla. Really, at this stage in the at any stage in the competition, you don't want to make silly mistakes, but it's particularly at the crunch time we're at now, to go out because of something like that would be very hard to swallow. Rooney on the ball for Huge Gorilla. Inside to Balassi. Balassi to Sanchez. Sanchez spreads the ball over, and it's with Van Arnholt now to Balassi. Balassi to Rooney. Rooney looking for Sanchez. We've seen Rooney score some lovely goals for Huge Gorilla over the last few tournaments. A couple of free kicks to his name, actually. One in the final of Season 1 and one in the group stage yesterday. Actually, in the quarter-final it was actually earlier today. Great goal. About a 35-yard free kick.
Yeah, no, that would definitely be a contender for one of the goals of the tournament.
In fact, Rooney's got a couple of goals to his name, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think one with Zach Moore.
Yeah, he got one with Zach Moore, which was equally good, if not better.
Yeah, Rooney's been scoring all our lovely goals, I guess, this tournament.
Chance here, but I don't think he's going to be able to get onto in time. Keeper comes out to clear his lines. Balassi on the ball for Huge Gorilla. Oh, nice tackle there in the middle. Sets up a counter-attack for Ty. Ball over the top to Ronaldo. Can he bring it down? He does. He gets a chance. Blocked out by the defence. It could have gone either way. Could have even been a penalty theoretically there, but it was a clean tackle from Huge Gorilla. Dealt with.
Yeah, good last-minute defending there by Gorilla. Just applying enough pressure to put Ronaldo off the run, but not giving away a foul.
Alfie198 says, Ty the underdog. Do it, bro. A little bit of support. This is the thing that the Huge Gorilla has to deal with now. In the last few tournaments, as he's emerged as not only a favourite, but as such a dominant force, you're not the underdog anymore. You've become the people that everyone wants to knock off your pedestal. And so people like Ty, who for years have been, you know, if not the best, one of the best players in the country at FIFA, has somehow found himself as the underdog, which is quite a nice position to be in sometimes, because it means the pressure's off you. And you can play your FIFA and do your thing without a lot of people, you know, just trying to question every move. Chance here for Huge Gorilla, though. He's going to score it. He's going to score it. We have a goal. Huge Gorilla loves scoring. He absolutely loves it. And he's done it again. Sanchez, 1-0 in the first leg of the semi-final. Ty will have to score against Huge Gorilla. Not an impossible task. Huge Gorilla does concede goals. He just scores a lot as well. That's the problem for his opponents. Will we see Ty stick with the 5 at the back for the longevity? We'll have to wait a little bit longer before he changes anything up, I think. But that is half time in the first leg. No shots on target for Ty. And Huge Gorilla having absolutely no problem creating chances as usual. 5 shots in total, 3 on target. Got his coach next to him there offering some support. Ty thinking about changing things up. What would you do at this point, Chris?
I think Ty's actually dealt with the pressure quite well. Up until that bad mistake in the midfield, giving the ball away quite easily to Gorilla. And in the end, it was a real easy chance. And, yeah, no, Ty dealt with everything pretty much and, you know, had half chances himself. But, that goal was what we said before the game. If Gorilla can get that goal, he might now go on just to get a lot more.
Ronaldo has entered the building for Huge Gorilla, so it's just got even harder for Ty now. I think he brought on Marco Reus as well. He usually brings on Messi, but I'm not sure if he has yet. Can't see him on there. I think it might just be Reus and Ronaldo at this stage. So Ty's got to deal with those boys as well as score a goal. Khedira on the ball for Ty. Switches it over to Perez, his opposite central midfield partner. Ronaldo, can he get it down? Yes, he can, but he's got so many yellow bodies between him and the goal. Look at the defensive line of Huge Gorilla, tight as a tiger.
You know, good defence there by Gorilla now, dealing with Ty's pressure.
Going to put the corner in. He's not going to go short, I don't think, unless he's going to go to this man who's come running over. Or is he using it as a dummy run? No, he has gone short. He looked across it in early doors. Ronaldo, what a save, what a leap, what an extension of the left arm from Courtois.
Yeah, great save by Courtois and a good chance for Ty Walton. We see a lot, that near post header.
Messi has come on for Huge Gorilla apparently as well, so he's brought 3 substitutions on at half-time. Messi, Reus and Ronaldo entering the fray for Huge Gorilla. Yep. Sean Eones says, what a fantastic save for Courtois there, and it really was. Chance there for Messi, Ty Walton's Messi. He's the other Messi. So Ronaldo. Tackled by Perez. Oh, almost went through. That would have been a great ball to run onto for Ronaldo. Here's the other Ronaldo. To Messi. To Reus. All the substitutes combining there. Problem is now for Ty that he plays a very defensive formation, and now he has to force the issue a bit more. This is going to be really difficult playing 5 at the back. Ty spreading the ball around the back here, Jordi Alba. Got to be careful with these passes because Huge Gorilla does like to pounce on these.
Yeah, this is an example of like Gorilla's style of play. Really, he doesn't tend to defend where the pass is going to go to like a lot of FIFA players. He'll press the ball high.
It's looking like Huge Gorilla's playing a 5 at the back as well. You know, I think he is.
Has it changed?
I think he is. I mean, if you look at the radar, it's a flat back 5. You see, yeah. He's got company in there.
Yeah, no, I think he has.
So he's gone against Ty with the same formation, trying to cancel that out, and it's working for him so far. I thought that when Ty was advancing, there was a lot of yellow bodies around. Chance here for Ronaldo, though, for Ty. He's hit it. Another good save. Courtois is just that last line of defence, so effective. Yes, so we've got a back 5 for the first time from anyone apart from Ty.
Yeah, no, that surprised me a lot because it's a sign of respect, really, from Gorilla. Whenever we've seen him in any game, change for the opponent.
But I also like the fact that he knows that he can still play with a 5. It's not like he needs to feel, you know, like he's not experienced with it. He's obviously done it before, if he's going to go and switch to it in a game of this magnitude. So I respect the flexibility of his, you know, options, but definitely a sign of respect. He's not, you know, he's not letting those 10 goals he scored in the quarter-final give him any false hope. He knows it's going to be a hard game. He's still only 1-0. He's usually scored much more than 1 goal by now. So he is giving him a bit of respect, but Ty needs goals at the end of the day. Messi, tackled. Spencer actually playing quite well with the back 5.
Yeah, I don't think Spencer's game will change.
What a touch. Goal.
Oh, nice.
What a touch. That was Dennis Bergkamp in the '98 World Cup against Argentina. That was the same sort of takedown, wasn't it?
That was Bergkamp-esque.
Plucked it out of the air. 2-0. Huge Gorilla is trying to book himself a place in the second final in a row in the PLALC Legend Championships. Consecutive finals. Could we be seeing a consecutive champion.
Yeah, no, that was a really impressive through ball as well there by Hughes Gorilla. I know he plays with player instructions, always trying to look for his players to get behind and look for them long through balls, and it's always so effective for him.
Chance here for Bayo, he's going to strike it. Ty feeling like he's maybe rushing his opportunities a little bit. I think he's panicking a little bit. I mean, it really is interesting that Hughes Gorilla's gone with this 5 at the back. It's actually, I don't know if Ty was expecting it.
I don't think Hughes Gorilla's game will change too much, because it looks like a change from a 4-3-1-2 to a 5-2-1-2. So the formation is pretty much the same. You've just taken the centre midfielder out and put it to the centre-back position. So it is a little bit more defensive, but you've still got the same structure in attack.
2-0 with 10 minutes left in this first leg to the reigning champion, Hughes Gorilla. Ty Walton's going to need to get himself a goal at some point between now and the end of the second leg. We need to get himself 2 goals. And if it finishes level, it will go to a 3rd tie, a decider, with silver goal. But I don't think Hughes Gorilla's finished scoring yet.
No, I fear for Ty a little bit here. He definitely wouldn't have gone to plan. He had to keep this game tight, and already he's 2 goals down.
Hughes Gorilla just taking his time with that throw-in. Ty managing to regain possession, but he's lost it against Rooney. He can strike one from here. He's trying the through ball. He's almost getting away with that, though. There he is, the reigning champ, Hughes Gorilla. Ball from Ty. Not a bad ball, but he's got that extra man at the back now. It just looks impenetrable at the back. Yeah, Hughes Gorilla is playing Ty his own game, the back 5, and effectively doing it better than him.
I'm not actually sure if Hughes Gorilla didn't start with 5 at the back, actually, because you're not actually allowed to go down from the 4 at the back to 5.
Yeah. So we just didn't see his team before.
Yeah, well, we didn't expect it.
He's played a back 4 every other game.
Yeah.
And we're on top. We saw Ty's team before the game. We didn't see Spencer, so I think he's been playing a back 5 from the start. I mean, he must have for us. We would have been in breach of the rules.
Yeah. Well, I kind of hope so. It would be a shame to lose a player for something, for changing the formation.
Ronaldo with the ball in. Oh, he's trying to hit it on a turning volley. Would have been undoubtedly the goal of the tournament if it had gone in, but it was nowhere near in the end. Goal kick for Ty. Seconds left in this encounter. Second time he's done that, and he's even closer to costing him there. I think this first leg's going to finish 2-0. Lovely result for Hughes Gorilla. Not great for Ty, but the next game's a new game, and he can treat it as such. Will Hughes Gorilla line up with the back 5 for the second time in a row? I'd imagine he would after how this has gone. Yeah,
I think it's gone very well for him. He has done his defensive duties well.
Hughes Gorilla, that could have been a third. It could have been all over for Ty if that had gone in. Final whistle is moments away. Can Ty get himself a goal just to give himself a little bit of hope? No, not yet. So it's 2-0. Really good result for Hughes Gorilla in that first leg. Ty's thinking about something. You can see there's something going on in that brain of his there. I don't know what he's thinking. His best strategy is for the second leg, but he needs to turn it round and regain 2 goals.
It actually makes sense now that Ty changed his formation within the first 15 minutes. So we saw him line up with a 5-2-3. And now he would have planned to play against a 4-3-1-2. So Hughes Gorilla's just completely thrown him off his game. Gone with his 5 at the back, and Ty must have been sitting in the booth. What do I do now? And it's a perfect example of confusing your opponent. A bit of mind games maybe, and it's really working for Hughes Gorilla.
I've got a lot of respect for that. We talked about how the back 5 has been working well for Ty, and Hughes Gorilla said, well, we'll use it as well then, and then we'll see what happens. We'll go face to face, same formation, and we'll see who does it best.
Yep, and Hughes Gorilla's definitely winning that
so far
battle at the moment.
So far he is. Will he stay with that formation again now? That is the big question. Will either of them change it? Will we see Ty not start with the back 5 because he needs to chase the game, or will he start with the back 5 and then move down the formations if he needs to?
I think he'll start with the back 5.
It's what he knows best, isn't
it? Just so it gives him that flexibility to drop down. If he can get back in this game, I think if he can equalise, he'll still keep with a 5 at the back. Just because, like you said, it's what he knows.
Yeah. Well, just to remind you guys what's at stake here. Spencer is currently, Hughes Gorilla that is, looking good for another place in the final. Potentially retain his championship here. If someone else can beat him, they will automatically qualify for the the grand final in August, the PLALC Legend Championships, which Huge Gorilla has already qualified for because he won Season 1. There's a lot up for grabs there, but there's a lot up for grabs here as well. $5,000 going to the winner today, as well as a load of FIFA points, as well as a select group of legends, EA access, loads of things that they can use and improve their team and do whatever they want with money-wise as well. So a little bit of pressure looking at Huge Gorilla there, just sort of bowing his head there, thinking, is he has got the pressure on him now. That's the key thing, and he is delivering under pressure more than every tournament he plays. If he keeps winning them the way he has been, he's going to have more pressure on him. He's on a run. He's undoubtedly the #1 player in this scene right now, and that is a lot of pressure to take. But he seems to really thrive under it.
Yeah, no, I've been really impressed by Huge Gorilla over the last tournament and this tournament. And if you are looking to become a better FIFA player, like this guy streams throughout the week, so he'll normally stream his Gfinity qualifier, online qualifiers for people to watch, and he actually lists his custom tactics on the page, which is quite useful to see as well. But he is the #1 FIFA player to beat at the moment.
Why don't some of you guys watching on Twitch, why don't you let us know what you're expecting from this second leg? Do you think that Spencer's going to do a repeat performance, get himself another win, or hold on to the game and sail through to the final? Or can you see a Ty comeback? If so, how's he going to do it? What is the best option for him in terms of turning this round? I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think is going to happen. And obviously, of course, we've got the other semi-final coming up soon, the winner of which will be playing the winner of this in the final. But keeping our eye on this semi-final for now. Ty needs to turn it around. He needs a couple of goals. We're going to kick off very shortly indeed. King Net says Ty needs a game changer. That's for sure. He's also hashtagged it. Fishy and Chips says it's a Gorilla easy win. Wolves Jewel says Ty go all out, but Gorilla will win. There's a lot of different suggestions coming in from you guys. Lots of comments actually. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Insert joke here says Spencer will grasp a few more goals. I think that's the common consensus here. But Ninja Boy 1910 thinks there will be a comeback. So that man there, Ty, getting ready to play. There's no doubt that he's capable of scoring goals. The question is if Huge Gorilla can, if he scores more, it's going to make it a lot harder for Ty.
Yeah, I was actually impressed with Huge Gorilla's defending for once. I think in previous games I've actually looked at his defending and thought a better player could expose him here. But yeah, no, he's changed formation and tightened it up for Ty Walton.
I feel like the real challenge with Huge Gorilla isn't scoring against him, it's not conceding. And I think for Ty to get back in this, he needs to effectively keep a clean sheet here. It's going to be very difficult. Very difficult indeed. There is the team. That's if we go to the screen now, we can see Huge Gorilla's team. He actually is starting with a 5 at the back again. Team of the we just missed it there, but it's team of the season Sanchez, team of the season Balassi on either wing, Sturridge up top. And he's gone with the back 5 again. So he is matching the formation of Ty, and it worked really well in that first leg. Will it work again? We'll find out very soon when the game kicks off. Fear Greeny XBL says Gorilla is too good. He can score when he wants. He scores when he wants. He scores when he wants. But the thing is, Ty needs to score now, and that's the question we've got to pose. It's not about defence anymore, Ty. It's about goals. Clean sheet will not get you through. Simple as that.
Ty could definitely score goals, as we've seen in previous tournaments. I've seen Ty put 6 or 7 past players before, so he's definitely capable of it. But against Huge Gorilla, I'm not so sure.
Old Mordim saying that the fact that Huge Gorilla changed his formation to that back 5 shows a mutual respect for Ty, which it definitely does, yeah, and it has worked, you have to say. Okay, we're off here. Early chance for Ty. If he can get on the end of that, keeper's off his line. Is he going to be enticed into that? He's not. He's trying to turn him. There's just too many defenders back there for Huge Gorilla. This is the problem for Ty. He's having to actually counteract the back 5 that's been frustrating his opponents for so long. He's getting a taste of his own medicine, and it is bitter.
You know, that was a really good example of the 5 at the back paying off, because he actually pressed the ball, drew a defender out of position. Ty went for the through ball because he had the gap, but because he's got more defenders back there, he was able to tackle Ty.
Oh, chance! That wasn't even a shot, that was a failed first touch. They kind of shimmied off his shin pads and almost went in anyway. The keeper pushed it out for a corner. Let's see what happens here. Ball in, it's a good ball. I thought that was going to fall right on his head, but it is a free kick. I think he's going to be getting a yellow card as well. And in a reasonably dangerous area, I don't think we'll see Ty shoot from here. But we'll see him deliver one into the corridor of uncertainty.
Yeah, a lot of players like to just drill it in with a low shot.
He's going to deliver it. Oh, it's a good ball. It's a good ball. Shot! Goal! Massive. This is not over, guys. Strap yourselves in. We're in for a roller coaster ride. 1-0 to Ty in this second leg, making it 2-1 on aggregate. What a start for Ty. The perfect start. The dream start.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect. Ty needed an early goal, and could we see a comeback against the comeback king?
We have to remember with Huge Gorilla in the past, when he needs to score, he just scores. Although Ty could be going to get another one here. Gareth Bale going through, keeper coming off his line, Spencer trying to entice him into shooting. He has done, and it's almost worked. The keeper looked like he might have carried that into his own net then, which is not unthinkable considering the way some of these keepers behave sometimes in FIFA 15. But he got away with that one. It was almost like Huge Gorilla said to Ty, "Go on, I'll give you an angle, mate. Have the shot." Ty seemed to not take it at the earliest opportunity, waited a second, then went for the chip, and it still almost worked.
You know, Huge Gorilla was doing the smart thing with his defender there, like blocking that turn inside. But Ty actually went for a sort of common chip shot hit on FIFA, and I've seen that work so many times where the keeper kind of just stands there and just doesn't make a save for it.
I think it's interesting, FIFA Bruce says no one's hating on Gorilla when he uses 5 at the back, but if anyone else uses it, it's worse. I think no one's really is hating anyone for using 5 at the back. They understand the reasons. I think the reason that you might look at Huge Gorilla's use of it and understand it a bit more is because he's clearly using it as a counteracting move for someone else who plays 5 at the back. And there's nothing wrong with Ty playing 5 at the back. Some people prefer to play more, what's deemed a more attacking formation, but it has worked for him. He has scored plenty of goals with it. He's been very tight at the back, but you have to be prepared, if you're going to do that formation, for someone else to do it against you. And I think until that goal from Ty, it was working really well for Spencer. I almost wonder if Huge Gorilla thinks, I'll just go back to my 4 at the back and just bang some goals in. Because he can do it. He's obviously not trusting his ability to score those goals. I mean, he scored 10 goals, and we keep going on about it, in that quarter-final with a 4 at the back. Maybe he won't score 10 against Ty, but even if he just scores 2, it'll be enough to win in the game.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what Spencer does if Ty can get an equaliser here, because you would have thought he might want to switch back. And then we'll see, you know, then we might see, did he make a mistake going for this 5 at the back at the start, or did it actually make it better for him? You know, he might switch to that 4-3-1-2, and all of a sudden Ty might, you know, have better of the play.
30 minutes, just over 30 minutes gone in the second leg of this semi-final here at the PLALC Legend Championships presented by Xbox. 1-0 in this game to Ty. But overall, in aggregate, our reigning champion, Huge Gorilla, is 2-1 up. And Ty, in the claret and blue strip of Aston Villa, needs to get another one as soon as possible. Chance, chance, chance! There it is! Wow, 2-2. Now, Huge Gorilla does not look happy. Are we seeing his armour finally be damaged? Because I don't think any of us expected this, let alone when he went 2-0 up. If Ty goes and wins this, he will shake up the world. Particularly the FIFA competitive world, but just the world in general as well.
No, definitely will, and yeah, no, well played by Ty. He's been playing the 5-2-3 with wingers more, and he's stuck with it this time, and it's definitely working for him. He's finding some good space out on them wings. I'm
looking forward to seeing how Huge Gorilla responds to this, because he's got goals in his locker, he always has, but right now he seems to not being able to answer the questions posed by Ty in this match. He's not looking himself, is he?
No, it's almost like Ty's really playing on the front foot here. It's almost like he's seen he can expose these wing positions. Spencer really having a hard time defending at the moment. I
feel like Huge Gorilla may have underestimated him in this second leg and thought he had it wrapped up. And he's paying the price for that. But you can never, and I've said it time and time again, and I've always been proved right in the past, you can never count Huge Gorilla out. He's always got goals in his locker. And we saw it in the final itself last season, he was down by a number of goals. 2-0 down, I think it was. And he came back.
I think he was 4-0 down, wasn't he, against the Greek?
I think he was bigger. He had a bigger deficit on another occasion, yeah. And he was also down in the final for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and he's always come back, but this time it's a bit different because he went up and then actually threw away his lead. And it could be another goal here. Oh my word, the header's working really well for Ty at the moment. What a turnaround we've seen in this second leg. Absolute 180 degrees change in Ty's favour. Huge Gorilla needs to get a hold on this tournament. Are we seeing one of the favourites crumble in front of us, or are we going to see him remind us why he's the favourite?
It is like a different player has come out to play the second leg.
It is.
I'm not sure who's stolen the controller away from Gorilla, but yeah.
Ed_00 says the final score will be 4-3. That's his prediction anyway. He didn't say who it would be 4-3-2. He's just giving us a scoreline. Thanks for that. Chance. Big chance. Corner ball. Keeper does enough there for Ty. I think a good point being made by Blackledge FIFA. He says the 5 at the back is in the game for a reason, and tactical implements are specialised for these sort of events. How can anyone hate on solid tactics? They don't always work, as proven. I think it's a very good point. 5 at the back can be counteracted. You see that stat though? I don't think I've ever seen that. It said that Huge Gorilla has not had a shot.
No.
I've never seen that. He's always good at creating chances, always. And I don't know what's happened this game, but it's not working for him. Ty, on the other hand, has had 6 shots, 4 on target. It's an absolute sea change in what was happening in that first leg. Literally, completely swapped roles. What's happening, Chris? I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, no, Ty, it's tactically successful from Ty. He's come out playing this 5 at the back a little bit differently, so switched to wingers. And he's not losing the ball as much in his attacks. He's just keeping it out wide, switching the play all the time, and just not... Spencer, most of his successes come from pressuring the ball up the pitch, making the opponent make a mistake, and then quickly counter-attacking. And Spencer's just not been allowed to do that so far.
Kingnet saying that Ty's wing-backs have been pushed more forward this game, putting pressure on Gorilla's wings, for sure. I think that's definitely happened. The wide game has been important, as you've noted there. King's Eye 720 is saying Ty is going to win. Okay, so he's backing Ty for the win here. There's a lot of people still backing Huge Gorilla though. It could really go either way. It's 2-2, neck and neck, with just half of a second leg left to play. Marco Royce has come on for Balassi. Ronaldo. Chance. We're seeing the old Huge Gorilla come out to play now, aren't we? He loves to start lively, straight out the blocks.
It looks like Huge Gorilla has changed to 4 at the back now.
In case he's going to go for the goals. This is where we know he can deliver. He can score. It's a question of whether Ty can hold off against that more attacking lineup and also break through and get a goal. Because he scored 2 against the back 5. There's no reason why he can't score against the back 4.
Yeah.
Mastro Live says Huge Gorilla should change formation. He has changed formation, so you're right about that one.
Yeah, he's had so much success with 4-3-1-2. I was a bit surprised he did change up for to counteract Ty.
Chance here for Huge Gorilla. He's been pushed out. It's good defending there by Ty. He's got a chance to break here early in the second half. Bale on the ball down the left-hand side. He'd love to just get him and running a straight line with him. It's a popular choice. Bale looking for Ronaldo. Again, handled and dealt with by Ty. Huge Gorilla really not putting the moves together we're used to seeing him do. Don't know what's happened to him in the space of the gap between the 2 legs. He's completely changed. I think now he's playing his more popular 4 at the back formation. He's going to feel more at home. We're going to see a little bit more of the old Huge Gorilla come out. But as things stand, it is neck and neck. I can't, based on the football I'm seeing in front of me, can't pick between the 2 teams. In fact, if you're going to go with anyone right now, you would go with Ty, based on how it's gone in this second leg. He's got the momentum, but I would never count Huge Gorilla out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think momentum's a big part of the game, and Ty, with being 2-0 up, I don't think Spencer's players won't pass as well and they won't move forward as well, and that's a big part of Spencer's game.
Pro Randomer says, well, if it's draw, what happens? At the end of this game, in the second leg, if it's still a draw, it goes to a 3rd leg, the first half of which is silver goal. If there's still no winner after half-time, we go to a golden goal for the second half, and the first goal from that point onwards will win. But we've got to get to that point first. Still got half an hour of FIFA left to play in this second leg of the semi-final here. who will be the first confirmed finalist in the Play Like a Legend Season 2 live final. Will it be Huge Gorilla? Will it be Ty Walton? You staying with your early prediction of Huge Gorilla, Chris? Oh, you're wavering. You're wavering. I can hear the hesitation in your voice.
That's a really good question. No, the way the game's going, Ty is looking like he's on the front foot here, and he's enjoying a lot of possession, not giving Spencer a lot of chances, and because of how last tournaments have gone, I still think Huge Gorilla will win. He just needs to step up. When Huge Gorilla steps up his game in this second leg, I think he'll come good.
A lot of people asking what a silver goal is. It's essentially you play one half of football, and at half time, if there's a winning person, then they win. You only have to be winning at half time, so you can get one goal. It doesn't end on the goal like golden goal, but you don't have to play the full length of a match. You can just play half a match. If someone's not winning, then it will shift to a golden goal situation. That's what silver goal is. I hope that makes sense. It was actually something that was used in World Cup and a few competitions very briefly before normal extra time was restored.
Yes, it's just our way of really playing extra time when a game does end, when the second leg does end as a tie. So almost like the Champions League in a way, you have the extra time, and because we can't do penalties in the FUT format, it then goes to golden goal.
Yeah, and the only difference being it's a 45-minute extra time instead of a 30-minute. That's the only difference, really. Bit of a stalemate since that second goal from Ty. I feel like when you're chasing a game, you can play much more cutting football because you're putting pressure on yourself to get the goal. And Ty's obviously, that pressure's been lifted from him when he's got the equalising goal, making it level. So he's not playing the same way, he's playing a little bit more reserved. Likewise, Spencer now needs to go for the goal, and he's changed his formation up. Because Ty's gone that little bit more defensive, it's cancelling it out. So we're really not seeing any chances. No one wants to make a mistake. No one wants to go down 3-2.
Yeah, no, Ty, I think not much has changed from Ty's style of play. He's still using the ball really well on these sort of wide positions, always switching the ball. Now he's replacing Messi with Sturridge, and he likes to make use of substitutions late in the game just to get the fitness.
Is he going to take Bale off for Griezmann as well? We've seen him do that a few times. Or is he going to put someone else on? Go Remy, perhaps? He's thinking about Ramirez, Remy. He's also not brought on De Gea yet. That's a substitution we've seen him make quite a few times. He's actually going with Diego Alves in goal right now. So Sturridge is on for Messi, for Ty. Big change, dropping off Lionel Messi. He's also brought on Remy for Gareth Bale. He's going to go with the pure pace of like Remy. Will it work for him? Sturridge is going to deliver this free kick into the box. Can he get another header? Oh, it's in! It's in! 3-0 up as things stand. Huge Gorilla will be crashing out of the tournament. No one saw this coming. This guy has been the pre-tournament favourite since day one, since he won season 1. And no one looked like beating him. He scored 10 goals in his quarter-final. But he's losing this second leg 3-0. Two-headed goals from Ty, both scored with Ronaldo, have changed the game. And even you guys in the Twitch chat have got to admit, the majority of you were not thinking Ty was going to get back in this. Well, eat your words. I hope they're tasty, because Ty has done it. And I'm eating my words as well, because I didn't think he'd do it either. Fair play to him.
Yeah, no, I wish I'd have wavered now. Well, I did waver, and I wish I'd have trusted my instincts. Because, yeah, a great comeback by Ty. And this is exactly what you have to do to beat Huge Gorilla. Well, Huge Gorilla might still have a chance to get an equaliser here, but Ty's just taken the sting out of the game. Or, you know, he hasn't allowed Gorilla to play his normal game.
I feel like I was so shocked by the fact that Ty scored there, I didn't address how good that header was. Absolute top corner, upper Benjamin's. Here we go. Chance for Huge Gorilla, though. When he needs a goal, invariably he does get it, but he hasn't got a lot of time now. Just 5 minutes from leaving the tournament. This will be the biggest upset in Play Like a Legend Championships history. I think we'll all agree on that one.
I definitely didn't see this coming, I must admit.
And then that's not to discredit Ty, who's a seasoned player, who can beat anyone on his day. It's just that it's more about addressing the sheer level of belief that people had in Huge Gorilla. Oh, free kick. Okay, just a few minutes left. Ty's got to be feeding the nerves in there right now. He's so close to winning this game. And if he wins this, he's got to feel like he can win the whole tournament. surely.
You know, definitely. And Ty would have been here many times before with a lead late on, and he'll know how to grind this result out.
We're into injury time. This is it. Crunch time. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Will Huge Gorilla get back in this game? Or are we going to be saying an early goodbye to the reigning champion? Ty Walton just kicking it as far as he possibly can, and Sturridge might even make there. I think he would have made that if he hadn't been given a little bit of a nudge from the Huge Gorilla defender. Now, what we're seeing here, we're just going to go pure defensive, I imagine, from Huge Gorilla, from Ty Walton, sorry.
Yeah, just taking Khedira off there.
He's done all his subs. So surely he's leaving Perez up top. Is that a thing he's doing? Why is he doing that, Chris? Put Perez up top and put Ronaldo in midfield.
So it just allows, so Ronaldo has more pace. So Ronaldo defensively is actually quite good, but no one would think to use him there.
You want to score goals, but if you don't need to score, I get it now. Ramirez is on as well. Great player to bring on absolute bundles of energy, box-to-box midfielder. And it needs to be now for Huge Gorilla. He's got the ball here in the yellow. If he can score now, we're in for a crazy finale. What a tackle from Ty. This could be it. The whistle could be blowing any second, but it's still going. This is so close to a major upset. No one has looked close to beating Huge Gorilla. And usually he loves a late comeback, but Ty looks so solid in defence. This could be the whistle. The ref is going to blow it any second, guys. And now Ty's got the ball. It's got to be done. Surely he's done it. There it is. What a turnaround. Look at the celebration from Ty. He's loving life. Spencer shakes his hand, gracious in defeat. Unlucky to Huge Gorilla. He must have felt like he had one foot in the final when he won that first leg 2-0. But what a turnaround. I don't know. I haven't got the stats in front of me, but I don't know if I've ever seen Huge Gorilla lose a game 3-0.
No, I don't think he has ever. And this will be a lesson for him. Like, let's not forget Huge Gorilla is a newcomer in a way, but just with so much expectation early on, and maybe a sense of sort of buckling under this massive pressure that he's got.
It could be in that. I think it could have maybe also, because I speak to him a fair bit. I think he's quite a confident guy. He knows he's very good. I think it's more about perhaps that he actually took his foot off the pedal a little bit. Felt like he'd got it all sort of done with that 2-0 victory, feeling really confident, and just underestimated Ty a little bit. I mean, I think it could have been either way. But whatever happened, you know, Ty's in the final now. He must feel like he can win this whole thing, just like the other guys in the semi-finals are going to feel like they've got an opportunity to win, because he looked like the person that no one could beat, and he's been beat.
Yep, no, a really tactically impressive performance by Ty Walton there, just not allowing Gorilla to play.
Should we take a look at some of the key moments from the game now? Let's have some replays from that matchup. So in the first leg, we saw Huge Gorilla establish a lead here quite early on. Sanchez just before half-time, classic, running to the side of the keeper, putting it away. That was a very good start for Huge Gorilla there, and obviously he went on to score another one that game, and it looked like pretty conclusive. I'd admit, I thought that he was going to do it. I mean, look at these stats, by the way. You can't see them on the screen, but Spencer didn't have a shot that game.
That's impressive.
According to the EA stats, he did not have a shot on target or off target for the whole match. Ty had 7. Here's another replay from that second leg. This is the great takedown from Ronaldo. Fabulous finish. Really good goal, that. Really nice goal. And that put him 2-0 up. We thought he'd pretty much done the job based on how, you know, clinical he has been in the past. But the second leg was an absolutely different kettle of fish. It wasn't even a kettle of fish. It was like a basket of fish. It was crazy. Let's look at some of the highlights from that second game when Ty was able to turn it around. Khedira putting the ball into Ronaldo, similarly trying to take it down there and do something similar to Huge Gorilla's second goal, but the touch was put wide for a corner. And from this corner, we saw Messi take it. I think he goes short here, whips it into the danger area, and it's a penalty. It was a free kick, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a free kick, I remember now. Free kick, he whips it in, yellow card. And it was definitely an aerial battle won by Ty today in a number of different ways. Free kick was delivered in. Was it Perez who put it in, was it? So this is Ty chasing, trying to get a goal back, puts it in the box, and bang, falls to Gareth Bale at the back post, who puts it home. That was his first goal. And obviously he had 2 more to follow, both headers with Ronaldo. And the aerial game really did cost Huge Gorilla today. And I'm still in shock from that result, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I think actually Gorilla was a little bit unlucky because he has conceded from 2 set pieces out, like free kicks out wide and a corner.
Messi here on the ball for Ty. This is where he goes 2-0 up, ball in. And it was actually Bale again with the header, I believe. It wasn't actually Ronaldo that time. It was Bale. So second goal of the game for Gareth Bale there against Huge Gorilla. Ty bringing it back to 2-0. And from that point, I expected, especially when Huge Gorilla changed to the 4 at the back, him to start doing more of his traditional shooting and creating chances. But he wasn't able to create a single chance. So as much as we absolutely heap plaudits on Huge Gorilla for his attacking game, we've got to give the exact same amount of plaudits to Ty for his defensive game. Yeah. To not let him have a shot is equally just as impressive as what Spencer did, and he scored 10 goals in the quarter-final.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best defensive displays you will see in this tournament.
There's the header, absolutely top corner stuff. Ty, very happy with that one. I mean, to think about that, this guy scored 10 goals in the quarter-final, and then he didn't have a shot in the second leg of the semi-final. That's such a contrasting, you know, two contrasting performances, and it was the only variable there was the opponent, was Ty. Ty absolutely changed the way he played, became really tight. You know, obviously conceded 2 in the first leg, knew he had to tighten up the ship in the second leg, did just that. And let's take a look at the ladder now so we can see exactly what happened to get us to this point. So let's remind ourselves that 10-2 win for Huge Gorilla got him through to the semi-final, but then a 3-2 defeat at the hands of Ty Walton has knocked him out. So Ty is definitely in the final. That is done. That is dusted. The other semi-final we're going to see next will be between XL Giggsy and Vitality Brian. The winner of that will take on Ty Walton in the final. That's going to be interesting. I mean, who do you think is going to win this next semi?
I think Brian will use his experience to win this one.
Okay, we could be seeing a Brian versus Ty final, but Giggsy will not be happy with that prediction from you, Chris. Before we have a quick break now, you may remember yesterday one of the fan favourites was our Polish friend United. He had a lot of people on the Twitch chat getting behind him, and we spoke with him earlier about his dream 11 if chemistry wasn't an issue. Let's see who he went for.
My top 11 is goalkeeper De Gea, defenders Alba, Sergio Ramos, Boateng, Dickmeyer. In middle, Di Maria, Robben, Neymar, Modric, and forward Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney.
I'm on it.
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 I'm on it. I'm on it.